You remember the warmth. It was a physical thing, a light that emanated from him, warming the coldest rooms. His laughter was a foundation, his touch a promise. Now you sit across from a statue, the same face, the same form, but the light is gone, carved from ice and silence. You ask what's wrong. The answer is a void. Nothing. A word that has never felt so heavy, so final. You rack your brain. You search for a fight, a mistake, a single catastrophic event that broke him. You find nothing but a series of good days, happy memories that now feel like lies. But this isn't a sudden break. It's not a storm. It's a frost, a slow, creeping ice that started at his core and worked its way out, freezing everything it touched. This is the unspoken truth of what happens when a good man becomes cold. It is not an act of aggression, it is an act of preservation. A good man often defines his worth by what he can carry. The burdens of others, the weight of expectations, the responsibility to be the rock, the provider, the unwavering pillar. He carries it all with a smile because that is his role. He believes his strength is infinite. He is wrong. Every time he says I'm fine when he's breaking, a small piece of him erodes. Every time his silent plea for support is missed, little more of the light inside him dies. It's not a single betrayal that turns him cold. It's 1,000 tiny, unacknowledged paper cuts to the soul. This is the psychology of the shutdown. When the cost of feeling becomes too high, the mind chooses not to feel at all. It's an emotional bankruptcy. The coldness you feel is a fortress. The silence is a wall he has built, brick by brick, with every unspoken disappointment and every unreciprocated act of service. He's not punishing you, he's protecting what little is left of himself. He has retreated to the one place no one can hurt him, a deep, internal void. Consider the story of Arthur, a man who built his world around making others happy. His wife, his children, his friends. They were his garden, and he was the tireless gardener. He remembered every birthday, fixed every broken thing, absorbed every bad mood. He was the shock absorber for their lives, taking the jolts so they could have a smooth ride. One day, he lost a promotion he had worked tirelessly for. When he came home, the house was buzzing with his wife's excitement over a new piece of furniture. His news felt small, unimportant. He didn't mention it. He swallowed the bitter pill of his failure and smiled, congratulating her on the chair. That was the first brick in his wall. Weeks later, his father fell ill. Arthur handled the late-night calls, the hospital visits, the financial strain. He shielded his family from the stress, wanting to be their protector. His wife once asked, "You seem tired. Is everything okay with your dad?" He just nodded. "We're managing." He didn't know how to unfurl a burden that was already his. He wasn't looking for a solution. He was looking for an acknowledgement, a simple, "That must be so hard for you. Let me sit with you in this." It never came.
Another brick, stronger this time.
The final cut was the smallest. He crafted a small, intricate wooden bird for their anniversary, a symbol of his love carved over weeks of sleepless nights. She loved it. "Oh, it's beautiful. It will look perfect on the bookshelf next to that vase I bought last week." She saw an object. He had given her his soul. In that moment, Arthur the gardener died. He put down his tools. He could no longer tend a garden where the flowers didn't need his sunlight, only his water. He didn't get angry. He didn't leave. He simply stopped. The well of his emotion had run dry. All that was left was a cold, hard, stone foundation. This is the transformation. The point of no return. It's where the man realizes his goodness is a resource being consumed, not a virtue being cherished. He doesn't become a bad man. He becomes a man in survival mode. The coldness is a form of hibernation, a way to conserve the last embers of his energy. You see him sitting there, distant and silent, and you think he doesn't care. The truth is, he cares so much that it almost destroyed him, and he can't afford to do it anymore. The love you had isn't dead. It's just buried under a mountain of unexpressed needs, unseen efforts, and the crushing weight of being a symbol instead of a man. So what do? How do you breach a fortress built to keep you out? You don't storm the gates, you don't make demands, you don't ask him to feel. You must understand the landscape of his silence. It is not empty, it is full of ghosts. Ghosts of expectations he couldn't meet and sacrifices you never saw. The first step is not to ask what's wrong with you, but to say, I see how much you've been carrying, I see you. You must create a space where he doesn't have to be the rock, a space where he can be the sea, the storm, the wreckage, and know that you will not drown. This is not about fixing him. He is not broken. He is a man who has barricaded himself inside a stone garden of his own making to stop the pain. The question is not whether you can bring him back. The question is whether you are willing to enter the garden with him, sit in the silence, and wait for the frost to thaw.